Hello there my Purple Banditos, and welcome back to more Let's Play Pokemon White version, Randomizer Nuzlocke. I'm PurpleRodri. Last time, we took down Striton City's gym leader, and we obtained our first badge. In today's episode, we're going to continue on and make our way to the Dreamyard, because that is what we were told we were supposed to do. So we're going to go ahead and enter in there. Also, we have Daffy, Hua, and Maldo still ready to go. We have a really awesome team, and I'm happy with it. So let's go ahead and make our way into the Dreamyard then, and see what is going on. Okay, so we are here in the Dreamyard. We will be able to catch another Pokemon here as well, because it is a new area, but let's go ahead and take on our first battle of the day. Once again, thank you guys for your tips and your comments. Make sure you guys give this video a like. It really helps the series, and now we're about to see what kind of... Oh no, it's a Jigglypuff. Of course it's gonna be a Jigglypuff. What else could I expect? Now, I actually wanted to talk to you guys about something. Some of you guys may have noticed that these videos are all pretty much at the same time, the same day, and it's for the fact that I'm actually going into surgery. Now, this is something that I explained on Twitter earlier, and I was deciding whether I should talk to you guys about it or not, but I share a lot of my experiences with you, and I think this would be something that I could definitely share with you guys. So, my uncle's actually been having a lot of kidney problems for a really long time now. He's been dealing with it for years, and it turns out he's in a very, very bad condition. So it's come down to it that, you know, he has to get a kidney transplant. He's been getting blood transfusions for a while now, and although that's helped him out, it isn't a permanent solution. So this is something that, you know, will definitely help him. Now, I've been flying in and out of El Salvador, as you guys may have noticed if you watch my videos, and it's because I've been taking tests to see if I can donate a kidney to my uncle. Now, a day or two ago, we actually finally got back the last test, and we were told that me and him are compatible. So this Saturday, I'm going to be going in for surgery, and I'm hoping that everything will go well and that the kidney transplant will be successful. So that's what I've had going on in my life. And, you know, I'd be lying if I said I wasn't nervous. It's surgery. I think we always get nervous with surgery, but I'm very, you know, I have a lot of faith, and I'm sure that everything will work out. And I'm just very happy that this is something that I can do for my uncle. This is something that I can do for someone that I really care about. And hopefully everything will come out okay. I really appreciate all the tweets and everything you guys have been sending me. You guys are really, really supportive, and I appreciate that. That's why it's really awesome that I can talk to you guys about this stuff. It means a lot to me that I can share my experiences and what I have going on with you. You know, I gotta tell you guys, it almost feels like I'm never, you know, by myself. It feels like I'm always, you know, I always have a good base of support from you guys, and that's something that I gotta tell you means a lot. So thank you guys for that. And I wanted to share that with you guys because I think it's, you know, something important. It's something that means a lot to me, and I'm just really happy that I even have the opportunity to do it. And I'm thankful that, you know, I can do this for my uncle, and I just hope that everything goes well. You know, I think it's always good to do things for others, and, you know, this is something that I really, really want to do. So I feel hopeful and positive and happy. This is the best thing that could have happened for my uncle. The fact that everything came out okay, and that, you know, I'll be able to do this for him. And that's why I'm really excited for this. And I'm actually really happy about everything that's going on. With that, though, we defeated youngster Joey. And let's continue on. It looks like we're just going to have a couple random battles before going anywhere. I also told you guys that items are going to be randomized here on the field, so I am going to try to my best to get as many items as I can, because it's something that you definitely need. Who knows, you could be running past an XP share or a quick claw if you don't go into the patch of grass, so it's worth the risk. It also looks like this person is offering us a spoink. I'm going to go ahead and hit no. I don't think, you know, we need a spoink on our team right now. I'd rather go with the chances of bumping into something amazing in the grass. Let me go ahead and teach this to one of our Pokemon, though. I'm gonna go ahead and teach this to Maldo. Also, I gotta tell you guys, I'm pretty happy with these three team members. These guys have been coming in really clutch, and I'm excited to see who else we have. We still have 3 more Pokemon, you know, to fill up our box, and I'm just gonna keep on catching them and catching them and catching them, and just seeing how many we can catch in this adventure. Hopefully we can get a bunch of Pokemon. That would be a lot of fun. I've told you guys that, you know, I've had the chance to use 12 Pokemon on other teams before in other adventures, so I think it will be really cool to use more Pokemon on our team here. So it looks like Bianca's here as well. I'm just really wondering how showing the dream works. Okay, so we are actually here in search of Muna, who is a little Pokemon that is going to be somewhere around here, so we're going to have to go and search for it. And there it is. Hey, how's it going, little guy? Meow. Oh, wait. Okay, here we go. So here comes the Team Grunts. All right, are you guys ready for this one? All right, let's see what, we already know what this team's gonna be. Now let's see how strong this team's gonna be. These trainers are also gonna have random Pokemon, so even a Team Plasma Grunt could end up having a crazy strong legendary, which would be really, really funny. So it looks like they're actually here for the Dream Mist. That's something that they're trying to obtain. Are you seriously punching a Pokemon? What kind of human being would do that? That is just so sad. I always think about that too. Not just Pokemon, but even animals. I don't know. I don't think I would ever have it in me to mistreat an animal because they are so sweet and so pure. And I love animals, and I feel like Pokemon would be the same way. They're just so good and nice, and why would you ever want to hurt one? But here we go. The first time we are going to be taking on a Team Plasma Grunt. So he's going to send out Levaini. So yeah, definitely a little bit different than the usual Pokemon we're used to in Team Plasma, and that makes for a really fun time. Come on, Maldo, you got this. Let's go ahead and scratch this little Levaini. That actually did quite a bit. Come on, we got this. We're okay. We're totally fine. I'm also really glad that we do have Pokemon that have a good mix of types. That is going to help us out quite a bit. I think we started off this adventure really, really strong, and I think if we can continue at this pace, we should be able to defeat this Nuzlocke. I'm very confident that we'll be able to. And there we go. Maldo grew level 15 and defeated the Team Plasma Grunt. Of course, there's two Team Plasma Grunts, so I'm sure that we're going to have to battle the second one as well. Well, whatever. I'm next. Okay, guys, so let's go ahead and take on the second Grunt then. And let's see what else this Grunt has in store. I also hope you guys are having a good day. I've been having a really good week here in El Salvador, although the fact is that it is so hot here in this place. I gotta tell you guys, whenever I come here and visit my family, I come from Chicago, so if you've ever visited Chicago, the Windy City, nice little breeze, and then I come here and I'm still melting. I'm melting every day and every night because it's so hot. Who knows? You think since I was born here, grew up in Florida, that I would get used to the heat, but it doesn't. I think it's more of like a personality trait at this point, where it's like, I really love the cold. I love just putting on my sweaters and, feeling the breeze on my face and being able to open my window and let the cold air in. But that's just who I am. So, who knows? Now, I'm going to go ahead and see if we can take down this fortress then. This fortress, I like it. The fortress is actually really strong. Come on, let's go ahead and do it. Hoo-wah! Hoo-wah is also one of our strongest Pokemon. I think that's a very, very good name for the Rhydon too. The Rhydon has been really, really good. And oh my goodness, there we have it. The fortress fainted, and hopefully with that, we will have took down the Team Plasma Grunt. Awesome. So with that, the two Grunts are down, and we're good to go.
I can't believe we lost, but we had to obtain the Dream Mist. Come on, make with the Dream Mist.
Knock it off.
What are you two doing goofing off? We, Team Plasma, shall separate Pokemon from foolish people. If you cannot fulfill your duties.
This isn't. Gets us when he's gathering followers, or gets us when he's trying to control people by tricking them with speeches. Yeah, this is gets us when his plans failed and he's about to issue punishment. At any rate, let's hurry and say we're sorry so he forgives us.
So with that, guys, it looks like there's another Pokemon that has appeared, and I believe that might have all been part of the Dream Mist. There's no way Getsus is randomly sitting here with powers now, teleporting all over the place. And if he was, I'd like for him to teach me that trick because that would be really helpful here in this adventure. And looks like Muna is back together, and we are very happy with that.
Did something happen?
Oh, Venom! Oh, well, you see, Muna was here, but Team Plasma and Muna and Sharna came and it showed up something like a dream, and then Team Plasma. I like how she tells the stories. Bianca reminds me of that one guy from Ant-Man. If you guys have seen that movie, the one guy who always recaps everything, and he's like the most hilarious guy. He's like, and then I talked to my cousin, and then he got this one thing, and then the other thing, and I was like, oh my goodness, that is the best way to tell stories. People who are just like terrible at telling them always just makes me laugh. Okay, so we're done here, and the cool thing is, we could run in this patch of grass, guys, and add another Pokemon to our team since the Dreamyard is another area separate of Strighton City. Now, let me go ahead and actually put What up in front. And I'm going to go ahead and hopefully go around this because I want to go upstairs. Very nice. Okay, I know there are going to be a couple items here, as I mentioned earlier. So that's what we need to do. We need to make sure we get everything that we can here. For once, I'm actually going to be going after items and not just like running past them if they're a little bit further off. A choice band. Okay, so that's definitely an okay start. Now let's see. I think there might be another one over here. There's another one down there too. So there we go. We found ourselves a shed shell. I guess these items weren't particularly the best, but it's okay. Maybe later on we'll start finding even better items. Okay, let's see. I know that there was something over there to the right too, but I don't remember exactly how to get there. Maybe one of you guys knows. It's been so long since I've played Pokemon White. I gotta tell you guys, Unova, it's been a while. That's why whenever I come back to these games, I'm like, oh yeah, I do remember little bits and pieces of this region, but then it also feels a little bit new as well. Okay, let's continue on, and here we go. It looks like we are going to go after a new Pokemon. So a Spearow has appeared. Let's go ahead and send out Hua. Now, let's weaken this Pokemon down just a tiny bit and hope that we can catch it. I'm going to go for the, yeah, okay, nice. Nice Leer. Much appreciated there, little Spearow. I'm going to go ahead and just go for the Stomp. Hopefully that'll just weaken it enough for us to, okay, awesome. Awesome, the Spearow fainted. So there we have it, guys. Oh, well, okay, the Spearow fainted. We're just going to continue on and hope that we find another Pokemon. That's okay. We already have a flying type, so the Spearow would have just, mixed in a little too many of the types we already have. But regardless of that, let's see what other Pokemon they had here. Oh, okay, very cool. A Scavalier. So they did have a pretty good mix of Pokemon. Hey, it could have been anything that appeared, and it so happened to be a Spearow. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and get this item then. And then after this, we should be able to head out. It's just a green shard. All right, so we're done here in the Dreamyard. Let's go ahead and make our way back to Strighton City then, so we can actually head out of this place and hopefully make our way to the next town, where we will hopefully find the next gym and all these sorts of things, because there's a lot of sorts of things and all these. Okay, there's definitely no way for me to get over there. Okay, I don't know. I'm going to try to come back and get that Pokeball later if I can. But with that, let's go ahead and continue. As I said, I love the music here in this game too. Whenever I hear it, it cheers me up. It gets me all happy. It reminds me of circus music. I'm like, yeah, this is just so exciting. I loved going to the circus as a kid. I gotta tell you guys, the circus was always an absolute blast. I think the only circus I didn't like was when I was a kid. There's actually a really funny memory. I was here in El Salvador, and they usually have a fair here. I guess it wasn't a circus. I guess you could say it was like a show type thing. Yeah, like a show in the bleachers or something, some bleachers. All right, so it wasn't as much of a circus as it was like a fair show or something of that sort. And I remember my uncle, it's actually the uncle that I am, going to be donating my kidney to. He took me as a kid, and I remember we were just walking around the fair, and there was this like, scary looking house, and I was like, yeah, sure, let's go in it. And I remember like they sit us down, on these bleachers, and then like some show starts, and immediately I'm like, oh no, haunted house, horror show, something scary. Next thing I know, monsters are like flooding everywhere and like coming up the stands. And I was a young kid back then, so I was freaking out. I was like, what is this? What is going on? I don't even know what this is. Like, I'm so scared. And I gotta tell you guys, I got out of there as soon as I could, and it really, really freaked me out for a while. I remember after that, they actually had like a big poster of it. I'd see posters of it across El Salvador of like, the haunted house or whatever it was. And every time I saw it, I was just like, oh, that is so scary. I was like, I'm not going back. There's no way I would go back in there. Nowadays, I'm actually a lot better with haunted houses and scarier things. I don't know why as a kid, I was just a lot more scared of things. I was scared of scary movies and haunted houses and things like that. But as I've gotten older, I've started to appreciate them more and enjoy it more. So now I love watching scary movies. I love getting spooked a little bit and, getting a little scared. I think that's what's fun, where your heart just like jumps out of your chest for a little bit. It's just the thrill. I think it's really fun. And now I'm also, all about the haunted houses. I wish there were more haunted houses. I just recently moved to Chicago, so I know that they have like some 12th floor haunted house or something there that I might have to check out eventually. Didn't have the chance to do it yet, but hopefully maybe, coming up with like, well, no, Halloween's actually not, it's pretty close, surprisingly. It's closer than I thought, so maybe during Halloween I'll do it, or something like that. I've also always wanted to like make my own haunted house, so that's another thought for you guys. Let's go ahead and make our way out of Strighton City though. It looks like, yeah, there's just random people running around this fountain here, and I remember this. I don't think, well, I wish if we had a rod, we could probably catch some Pokemon here, so hopefully we'll be finding our fishing rod very soon. All right, we made it to Route 3 though. And let me just go look around one more time, just to double check there isn't a patch of grass or anything. I don't want to miss little patches of grass or important things like that. So, that's why I do appreciate when you guys leave me tips and comments on little things like that, because, I can't keep track of every little item across the Universe region. So it's really cool that you guys help me out with that. Okay, so I think we're good here. I can't even make my way over there. So let's go ahead and make our way to Route 3 then and see what kind of challenges are gonna await us. So, ooh, this is actually looking like a little happy area. Oh, and this is the daycare. Okay, so we've made it to the daycare. Oh, and look how cute the two little Pokemon are just running around. See, how could anyone ever mistreat a Pokemon? They seem like just such sweet, awesome creatures. And let's go ahead and take on this battle then. Let's see what level Pokemon are gonna be on this route. It's always cool getting the chance to see some random Pokemon coming at us. So let's see what this lady's got. A Croconaw. Okay, I think we're gonna be a-okay against the Croconaw. It's only level 10. You know what? It surprises me. We just beat the gym, and the highest level Pokemon there was level 14. So I thought they would start pushing these levels a little bit higher. But who knows? Maybe it could be because I'm used to playing Pokemon hacks that the level cap increases so quickly that I'm just like, why are these Pokemon still at this low level? That's probably what's happened to me now. I've gotten so used to that. Next up is a Scolipede. Let's go ahead and switch out to Daffy, though. Daffy actually hasn't gotten that much action yet, but we'll be okay, once Daffy can get a little bit higher level. Hopefully, we'll get Daffy to evolve soon, too. I know that's something that we're all going to be striving for. Oh, nice screech there, Scolipede. All right, guys, let's go ahead and go for the wing attack. That's going to do a good amount to this guy. One more attack, and we'll take it down. And then we can, oh, nice, the rollout. That would actually, oh, okay. If we had gotten critted there, that would have been really bad. Not gonna say anything about it. And oh man, we got poisoned for real? Okay, I don't know if Daffy will make it back to the Pokemon Center with the poison if I just run there. So I'll have to figure out something else. And yeah, let's go ahead and learn Aerial Ace. That's actually a really, really good move that we're learning early on. Let's see, I'll get rid of, I think, no, I'm just going to get rid of Water Sport, definitely. Water Sport will be going. So there we have it, guys. We're going to go ahead and learn Aerial Ace. And now let's just hope that we can keep Daffy alive. Let's hope maybe I have an item in our inventory that I can use. I think I might actually have a berry to use too. So we don't have an antidote, but let me see. None of these are good. All right, so there we have it. I actually do. Okay, cool. So we have a Pekka berry. Let's just give it to Daffy then. And, woo! Just, for a second there, I was just a tiny bit worried. You never know. And look how cool that slide is. They have an awesome little daycare here. This place is hooked up. We have a doubles battle up next, though. And we'll leave Hoo-Wah and Maldo. So let's go ahead and take the twins on. They're like, we're combining our strength. Watch them just bring out like 2 insane legendary Pokemon. I would be like, yep, okay. How did these little twins end up getting 2 huge legendary Pokemon? And oh, that's not too bad. A Weeping Bell and a Lairon. It's cool seeing just such a different mix of Pokemon, because usually these twins would have, I don't know, probably matching Pokemon or something like that. So who knows? Let me go ahead and go for the Water Gun. And this is actually going to be a really simple doubles battle. Wow, our Pokemon are really, really strong right now. So I definitely don't think we're going to need to train them anymore. If I remember correctly, I feel like Pokemon White gives you a lot of XP. So compared to other Pokemon games, so I think we'll be okay. We won't have to do, too much training. We'll just be able to continue on and get a bunch of XP from whatever battles we have. With that, the Lairon has gone down. So very cool. We gained some XP and we defeated the twins. All right, now that we're done with the twins, can we finally make our way to the next area? And, oh, look who it is.
Rodri, stop! We both have a trio badge, so let us see which one of us is stronger.
Here we go, Rodri versus Sharon. So let's go ahead and take on Sharon then. And he feels good, huh? All right, Sharon, I see you. Let's see how much he's trained since the last time we saw him at the trainer school. Hopefully his Pokemon will come close to ours. And yeah, there we have it. So finally, Sharon, great job, dude. You trained your Watchog. About time. I was about to say, no idea how he's going to go in there and, you know, take on whatever the heck the other two Pokemon have. Because we took on Cress. So that means that Sharon would have to take on, you know, Chili or Silent. And if Cress had Mesprit, who the heck knows what Silent and Chili were gonna have? It would be cool if you knew what Sharon went up against. I think that would be really, really interesting to see too. Just because I feel like he's going through his own little journey as well, and we're getting the chance to see it too. Alright, let's just keep going with the Horn attack though. If this Watchog would stop just using Detect. Come on, little guy, let me just land him. Okay, that's fine. You keep on sand attacking me. I am gonna eventually get through. We will eventually persevere, and one of our Horn attacks will... Okay, so that's all we have to do now. We just wait it out. Sharon also has one of the most annoying strategies, I gotta tell you. He was talking about strategies last time, and I think he found one that is definitely really, really annoying. The other one that probably annoys me the most, other than when Protect or Detect are used, are when you either get put to sleep and you don't have anything to wake up from, or the worst, which is when you're confused. That has got to be the worst, like status impalement. I hate when they confuse your Pokemon. It is so freaking annoying. All right, Daffy, let's go ahead and wrap things up. It's going to be a Sock, so that's pretty cool. He actually has a really good Pokemon. That'll definitely grow stronger. Let's go for the Aerial Ace then, and see how much we're gonna do. Oh my goodness, we are so freaking strong. Come on, Daffy, tank that out. There we go, there we go. With my knowledge, I can bring out the strength of my Pokemon. We're gonna go for one more Aerial Ace, and with that, we have took down Sock. And hey, thanks for that. Much appreciated, Sharon. We gained some XP. With that, guys, we grew to level 16, and we defeated Pokemon Trainer Sharon.
Why do you keep beating me? We have the same number of gym badges.
Yeah, I know, man, but I've also gone through a couple other regions.
I see, so that's how you battle.
Out of the way!
What was that about? Bianca, why are you running?
Hey, where were those people headed?
That way, but why are you running now?
Oh, seriously, they run so fast.
Mister, my Pokemon.
It'll be okay, don't cry.
Bianca, really, why were you running?
You have to hear this. Those people stole this girl's Pokemon.
You should have spoken sooner.
Okay, guys, so it looks like this little girl's Pokemon has been stolen by Team Plasma. So next time we will continue from here. Leave me some tips and some comments. Make sure you guys give this video a like. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll catch you in the next episode. Goodbye.